Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Thanks for joining in on the Digital Marketing Podcast video where we talk about digital marketing strategies to grow your business. And today we're going to talk about something that's really been sort of marinating and sort of cultivating over the last probably 8 months as we've kind of taken this journey on the podcast and marketing show. And it really boils down to this. It was a conversation that I had this morning actually with one of my team members, Jonathan Lyons, and we were talking about the gig economy. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the gig economy, it was really kind of brought to the forefront back in 2008, 2009 during the financial crisis where everyone was looking for ways to survive and live because, companies were really being impacted by, stock market corrections and, the economy was in a pretty desperate spot. So, they were looking for, really task-oriented job opportunities or gigs, if you will. And it's ironic, yes, the word gig does come from the early 1900s from jazz musicians who, had a day job but went out in the evening hours and picked up gigs and used their natural-born talents and assets to earn a living. So fast forward to 2019, the gig economy now has become a marketplace or a workforce engine of people leveraging their personal skills and abilities and assets to really earn additional, income. We look at, obviously look at Uber, look at Lyft drivers, people who are leveraging assets, their automobile, or if you look at, homeowners or rental property owners who are leveraging their homes on Airbnb. If you look at, places like freelancer.com, or if you look at, upwork.com, these are some of the places where freelancers, whether they're graphic designers or, videographers, really a lot of the creative services on those types of platforms are able to, bid for task-oriented work. And, I think it's interesting in a recent Forbes article, Brad Smith, the CEO of Intuit, said that by 2020, over 43% of our workforce will come from people who are, really part of this gig economy. So that means 4 out of 10 are actually earning money based on this task-oriented sort of commodity. So I think as a business, you need to understand that that is at play and that we're moving forward, because in 2018, in that same quote, he said, I think it was like 31 or 32%. And now here we see just in, 2 years later, we're up to, 43% of the workforce is being powered by this task-oriented work. And so if that's the commodity, then you have to unpack that and understand that what we're going to come to is we're going to end up with, essentially hundreds of millions of small businesses and or individuals, as the economy itself, rather than hundreds and millions of 9-to-5 jobs. That is scary. That is truly disruption to the corporate America status quo. If your business is service-based, you're going to feel the front of it because the services that you provide are task-oriented. And so, if you don't understand that that's the case, then you really need to start understanding that. And here's the other thing. The gig economy is going to be the catalyst for brands to understand what it means to cultivate and allow personal brands. And what I mean by that is you're going to have people inside of your company who have a personal brand, who are out talking about on Facebook Live, in Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, talking about what they do day in and day out. Not because they're trying to drum up business for themselves necessarily, but because they absolutely love what they do and they want to share it and talk about it and put it out. And they do understand that the flip side of it is it does bring business to them. And there's a correspondence to the small business that they're a part of. And then all of a sudden everyone wins, right? So it's not that you need to be afraid of allowing your staff to have a personal brand. You need to understand what the gig economy is and how it's going to impact your business model. And you need to stop thinking about and looking at how corporate America has viewed employees and staff and the people who get things done. Understand what it is, and understand you may have 40% of your team may be outsourced, or 40% of your team may work remotely. But understand that personal brand of your personal brand inside your company brand is going to be one of the critical factors in an event that something were to happen like in 2008 and 2009 again, right? If you have to scale back and move to a smaller building and let people work from their homes, to pull down expenses, like that's what we're talking about, right? So, I mean, this is something that small businesses need to be truly, truly aware of and understand what it means to allow and cultivate personal brand. I mean, think about this. So Gary Vaynerchuk is probably one of the largest personal brands. He's got over 1.5 million people on Twitter, over 5 million followers on Instagram. He's probably one of the largest personal brands next to, a celebrity, Angelina Jolie, or, whatever. Personal, Tom Brady. Well, he probably didn't have a very big account, but you get the point, right? Celebrities, athletes, usually have massive followings. But so then you turn around and it's off the back of his personal brand that he's launched one of the largest companies that now has reported over $200 million in revenue per year and approaching a little over 1,000 employees that are a part of his network. And it's no different than me. I mean, you guys are sitting here watching me. I am Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, right? A division of RB Oppenheim Associates. This is a personal brand that's inside of a company brand. And we are finding new business opportunities because of the work that I'm doing on the podcast and on video and on Instagram and on LinkedIn. New business opportunities are coming to us because our company is practicing allowing personal brands to grow. And I want to encourage you to think about the inside out model of personal branding and how that is going to impact your company over the next really 2 to 5 years. Like, this is happening right now. So please keep that in mind and look to and understand what the gig economy is. Do a Google search. Look around you. It is happening. People are delivering food. They're delivering people. It is really become an economy that is task oriented. So don't be afraid to embrace personal brand for your company. Guys, my name is Michael Wynn. I am the Chief Digital Officer. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you will join me tomorrow, where I'll be joined again by Katie Lilly as we continue our series on traction. How to get a grip on your business before it gets a grip on you. Thanks again and have a great day.